Welcome back. In this video, we're going to run through pages, which is a huge part of WordPress websites. These are the content of your main content of the website. So this would be your About Us page, Contact Us. This could be anything from what services you offer to locations you serve, just basically about anything that's going to be a not time-based type of content like your posts would be. You would use pages for those. So in this video, we're going to run through pages, how to create them, how to edit them, and how to delete them. And this will give us a great opportunity and a great base or foundation to be able to continue to grow your business using your website to make your website work for you. Inside of this video here, we're going to get started. From the dashboard, when you get logged in, you go to pages. Inside of the pages area, you'll actually see whatever current pages you have right now. So obviously a privacy policy, your first sample page. If we view this here, you can see it's just a basic page, nothing fancy or anything like that. So what we'll do is we're going to add a new page up here. You also have the ability to add a page from the menu, just so if you hover over, just click add new page. We're going to give this a title. We're going to do About Us. That's what we're going to create. Now, in this content, I'm going to go ahead and run through just by adding some sample content in this. Using a lorem ipsum generator, and all this is basically going to do is provide some basic content into the section here that gives us a little content to work with. So here's our first paragraph. We're going to add a head. So just like inside of our page or our posts builder, we also have the same Gutenberg page builder to be able to build your website content or your page content based off of that. Another content block, and then you paste that in, and then here's your About Us content. Let's say that this is about your company. We're going to go ahead and publish this. Now, we skipped a few things. If you go to here, you can see we didn't set a featured image, which you should definitely always do. We didn't explicitly state what our URL for this page will be. And the reason for that is I'll actually show you how to be able to properly set those up. Visibility is going to be public now that the content is here and ready to be viewed. And the template is we're going to use the default template. You can see here there's some other ones as well on this theme that we can use if we wanted to. So first thing is we're going to run through this so you can see how it automatically adjusts the content based on the screen width. That will basically give you a good visual on what your page content will look like if you switch from desktop to tablet, or even if people are visiting your site on their phones. In here, this option will open a new tab in your browser so you can actually see what it looks like. And as you can see, it's very similar to what we created here, except without the blocks over it and the editing tools, which is great because you don't want users to be able to edit your content for you. That would be crazy. So in here, we'll go ahead and we're just going to grab a featured image and see what the first one is. We're just going to use our how to create a page banner. So we're going to set that as our featured option. We're going to update. We can scroll down here. We're not going to allow comments on the page specifically because this is going to be not really an engagement type page. These are going to be pages that provide information, and you're probably going to end up having a call to action on there that you want people to do, but you don't really want people to leave comments or anything like that typically on pages, which is why this is deactivated by default. However, if you do want people to do it, all you have to do is just check the checkbox. We'll update the page. If we come back to it here and reload, you'll see the featured image is now here. And if we scroll down, the comments option is now here as well. So you can go through and kind of play with it how you like. I'm going to go ahead and remove the comments because I'm not a big fan of that. Now, if you're dealing with like a services page or something like that, and you actually have a services page that lists all of them, you probably want to create a hierarchy of your pages so that you have services, and then underneath of services, you might have something like YouTube video creation or moss removal for roofing, or any of the services that your company may offer, and you can set that up here. So you just classify, let's say sample page was our parent page. We'll update it, and then when we come back to this page, you'll see up in the URL here that we have the sample page above the About Us page. So that basically tells us that this About Us page is like a secondary page or a child page of sample page. Now, in this case here, that doesn't really make any sense because sample page we're going to delete anyway, but we're going to go ahead and update this one. If we reload the page again, it just brings us back to About Us up top. So now we've created a page, we can go in and make edits to a page. So if we wanted to come in here and say, well, actually, underneath of this, I really want an image, you can do that with the slash command. You can do that with, if we just delete all of this, when a new line is empty, you have this little plus button here. You just click on that, choose image, and it gets you to the same place. So we're going to choose from the media library because we already have one here. Here's that image. And let's say we want to swap this for something else. So we're going to remove that. We're going to update. So when we come back to this page, it'll change, right? So now this photo is now inside the block. So now it just kind of runs along with the content rather than being a huge block above it. So that's real quickly how to be able to create a page. Next up, we'll run through the deletion portion. So once you're back at the dashboard, come back here, then go to pages, and then you can see here, sample page. We don't really want a sample page on our website. So it's really simple. All you do is click trash and it moves right into the trash folder. Every so often, depending on who your host is, or if you're self-hosting on your own website or your own servers or something like that, your settings of this might be different. But the trashed pages will typically delete themselves after 30 days of being in the trash folder. Some hosting companies ramp that up to 2 or 3 days. Some hosting companies leave it kind of forever. I recommend deleting it if you know that you'll not use it again. Delete permanently. The downside to deleting permanently is that you can't go back to restore it once it's been fully deleted. But the nice thing is, and I'll just do this real quick here. So our About Us page that we did earlier, we go like, oh man, dang it, I didn't mean to actually do that. You have this option to restore it, and it just brings it right back to being fully available again. So we can preview, here it is. But if you caught this, it actually restored it back as a draft, not as a published page. So if you do go into the trash folder and restore something, you have to come back in and either update the post in here with the correct date, or you can go into edit and then just click the publish button to publish it immediately. That way you don't have to worry about anything missing off the website. If you accidentally delete something or something like that, you can restore it. Or if you accidentally permanently delete it, the only way to restore it, hopefully, is if you had a backup taken before you made the changes. So I recommend backups for everything. But in this case here, you can quickly restore from the trash folder. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and we'll keep moving on.